There's a strange pressure to announce progress, to post it, to explain it, to prove it. Like improvement doesn't count unless someone else witnesses it. Like growth needs a witness to be real. But some of the most important upgrades in my life happen quietly. Just me slowly becoming someone I liked waking up as. Not overnight, not dramatically, just less resistance in the morning, less dread, and more actions towards my own thoughts. And that's what this video is about. Not grinding louder, not proving anything, but upgrading your life in silence. Going ghost. Now, when people hear go ghost, they think it means disappearing out of spite, cutting people off, burning bridges, becoming cold, like silence is some kind of punishment. But that's not what I mean. Going ghost isn't about rejecting the world, it's about temporarily stepping out of it. It's choosing to stop performing your life and start actually living it. No commentary, no updates, no explanations, just progress. Happening where no one can interrupt it, where no one can rush it or misunderstand it halfway through. It's progress only known to you, for yourself. A lot of people confuse movement with direction. As long as something is happening publicly, it feels like progress. But silence forces a harder question. Is this actually moving me forward or just keeping me busy? When you go quiet, there's no audience to distract you, no reactions to guide you or your line of thinking. You either know where you're going or you don't. And that discomfort, that's usually the first real sign of growth. For me, gaming understood this before real life ever did. In games, the biggest upgrades don't happen in cutscenes, they happen off screen, in menus, in skill trees, in quiet hours where nothing flashy is happening. Not all games, but you get the point. You don't remember the exact moment your character got stronger, but you just notice enemies feel easier now. No NPC claps when you finally understand the mechanics, no achievement pops up when you learn patience, no soundtrack swells when you stop making the same mistake. You just get better on your own. And eventually, the world finally starts reacting to you differently. Not because you announced anything, but because your inputs changed. The beauty of going ghost and silence is that it removes pressure. When no one's watching, you stop optimizing for approval and start optimizing for alignment so that your actions align with what you want for your life rather than for the approval of the people around you. You're not asking, does this look impressive? But instead, you're asking the more important question, which is, does this actually help me for the goals that I'm trying to achieve? That shift changes everything. You fail more honestly. You move slower, but in the right direction. You stop chasing motivation and start building systems for discipline. You stop needing every attempt to be meaningful and let it just be necessary. Silence gives you room to be bad at something without turning it into an identity crisis. And if I'm being honest with you, that's what this channel is for me. That's what it means to me. No one around me knows about this channel, but it's my version of moving slowly, but knowing that at least I'm moving in the right direction. In the direction that I want to move it. Achieving goals and working towards something that I actually want to work towards. And that I'm actually getting satisfied and a sense of fulfillment from every video I post. Whether it doesn't get any views or whether it gets hundreds of views. So far, hasn't happened yet, but fingers crossed. I know that I'm fulfilled with every single video I post, which is ultimately the goal I feel like everyone should go for. I've gone through the whole phase of trying to impress everyone else and kind of doing what feels right because of what the people around you say, and that wasn't the way for me, and I don't think it is for most people. You see, there's a silent cost of announcing everything. The moment you announce a goal, part of your brain thinks the work is done. You got the validation hit early. Your nervous system starts to relax and your urgency disappears. Because everyone around you either already praises you and tells you that that's a great idea and you get the hit, or they go against it. Either way, it makes it tougher to actually climb that hill that you're wanting to climb. You end up defending an image instead of building a life. You become attached to being seen as disciplined instead of actually becoming disciplined. In games, this would be like bragging about a build before you ever even tested it out, or before you even got it. Looks good on paper, but falls apart under pressure. Silence keeps you honest, because there's nothing to protect you. There's no one to validate you or to tell you that it's okay and that you need to take it easy on yourself. Silence allows you to be real with yourself. Now, there's a common misconception that going ghost is isolation. Now, listen to me carefully, this part really matters. Going ghost doesn't mean disappearing from people you love. It doesn't mean punishing the world. It means reducing the noise in your head. You stop oversharing half-formed versions of yourself. You stop inviting opinions into places that need patience. You stop letting unfinished thoughts get judged too early. Perfect example for this is, again, this channel. I could go around telling people that I'm making a channel and that I make videos on it for things that I like to talk about. But then that opens up a whole area of people criticizing the channel or telling me that it's great, and me losing that sense of wanting to prove something to myself. Going ghost just means keeping your circle small enough, long enough, so you can be big enough soon enough. Your focus is smaller. Your focus is more precise. Now, it's definitely not because you're better than anyone. That's not what I'm saying. But it's because growth is fragile, especially in the early stages. It needs to be catered. It needs to be looked after just by you and no one else. The moment you invite other opinions, that constant input can kill it before it ever even gets the chance to stabilize. Now, from my experience, there's another important key to this. You need to realize that every meaningful upgrade has a boring middle. No excitement, no visible progress, just repetition. For the longest time, I didn't understand this. I always noticed that in games, as soon as I got better, it was reflective right away. I'd start getting more kills, I'd rank up quicker. But real life, at least in most cases, isn't that way at all. It's different. You need to realize that sometimes you're gonna improve and you're gonna have so much repetition, but still feel like you're not going anywhere, still feel stagnant. Again, kinda like this channel. I've uploaded for two months now and I'm still only at 6 subscribers. But that's where this matters the most. You need to realize that just because you're moving forward doesn't mean that you're gonna be moving forward in terms of your progression. Your job is to stay disciplined enough, long enough. Most people just quit. It's so sad to see, but they make the mistake of thinking that boredom equals failure. Silence is stagnation. That's not the case at all. If anything, this is where the real stats actually start changing. Your tolerance, your consistency, your self-respect. The moment you build these core traits is gonna be the moment you actually start progressing. Trust me, I know it's not gonna feel like it, but you are progressing. Again, I've been at 6 subscribers for a couple months now. And the moment you build that tolerance, consistency, and self-respect, you stop negotiating with yourself and start consistently showing up for yourself, because it becomes the new normal. Instead of feeling heroic and feeling like you've taken a big step, it's just second nature to you. That's what you want. The best example or analogy I can think of here that's not my channel is like a whip. As soon as someone flicks their wrist with the whip, it makes that motion, but the end point doesn't happen until a couple seconds later. Except in this case, the end point won't happen until, well, we don't really know. Could be a couple months, could be a couple years later. Our job is to stay consistent. Now, I'm about to say something, but I don't want you to think about it too much, and I don't want you to start thinking about this mindset and seeing it through rose-colored glasses. But I still think it's important to say, so I'm gonna say it. When you go ghost and you go quietly, people fill in the gaps themselves. Some are gonna think you gave up, some are gonna think you're lost or you're arrogant. Let them. Because once you succeed, that's all they'll see. They'll just see your success. So don't give people access to your skill tree or don't announce what you're doing. Let them fill in the gaps. Let them think whatever they want. And trust me, by then you won't even feel the need to explain anything anyway. Having the secret channel for me at first gave me a little anxiety and made me think that I kept it a secret because I was going to fail anyway, and I didn't want to be an embarrassment. But I did it anyway, and I'm so glad I didn't tell anyone. Because now it's a place where I'm so comfortable to share my thoughts and opinions, while at the same time receiving no judgment from the people around me. It's honestly a beautiful, peaceful place for me. There's something powerful about knowing you're changing while no one else knowing it yet. You wake up earlier, you react slower instead of exploding, you choose the harder option when no one's watching. You constantly challenge yourself because you feel the freedom of making your own decisions and not worrying about judgment. Not because it looks good, but because it feels right. No applause, no reassurance, just the self satisfaction of challenging yourself and being disciplined. Just quiet proof. And that builds a different kind of confidence. Not a loud kind, but a stable kind, a consistent kind. The kind that doesn't disappear when things go wrong. And eventually, you don't have to explain anything, people just notice. Your energy is different, your decisions are cleaner and quicker, your presence feels heavier. Not because you announced a big transformation, but because you lived one. Like loading into an old area with endgame stats. Same map, different outcome. The enemies that once overwhelmed you barely register now. If you're in a season where no one sees your effort, good. That means it's yours. No one can rush it, no one can water it down, no one can take credit for it. Upgrade in silence. Let the progress speak later. You just have to promise yourself to be disciplined until then. And if you liked this video and it made you think, let me know in the comments. Let's have a discussion. And if you want, while you're thinking about these ideas and what you want for your life, feel free to put some other videos I have in the background. Just remember, no pressure, no rush. Sometimes growth happens best when no one else is watching. Thanks for watching and see ya.